faces, interviewing cool cats, and learning about how geeky stuff gets made. They are Nerds on the Run!
Me. Andrew, what are you doing, man?
I'm just trying to get some relaxed time in.
No, we gotta go film Nerds on the Run.
Now? Right now. Let's go.
We're here in beautiful Victoria, BC, Canada.
At the stately Hatley Castle.
This was the filming location for the X-Men movies. This was X-Men Mansion.
Yeah, it was also used in Smallville for Lex Luthor's mansion, for Deadpool, for Oliver Queen's mansion, Arrow. It's used for everything.
This place is so cool. Let's take a look around.
Let's go. I'm here at Hadley Castle in Victoria, BC, and I'm joined today by renowned historian Sir Percival Neverbutton III. Thank you for joining me today, sir.
You got that $20 for the tour?
We'll get to that later. We're here at Hadley Castle. It's a beautiful place. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
I know a lot about this and the whole area, in fact. This is Hatley
Castle.
World-renowned, known for its hats. The Queen used to store her hats here.
Is that true?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I smoke a pipe.
Sure, that gives you a lot of credibility.
Yeah, I'm pretty well known around here, so we might have to run at times, but yeah, I'll show you around. I'll show you all the hats. And this is where the Queen
Kept her hat.
England,
Yes.
kept all of her hats, and each room signifies a different hat. So, the bowler room, you'll see, here are bonnets. Bonnet room.
And that one?
Sombreros.
That one?
She was real into sombreros for 2-3 years.
Really?
80, 90 sombreros. No, I know lots of stuff. This is also Royal Road University.
No, I know, it says it right there. I could have guessed that.
They train you how to make roads here.
That is not what they do.
Yes, it's the engineering
Beautiful institution. It has nothing to do with roads.
Look at all the roads around.
No, I understand there are roads here. All right, we can just kill it.
John Delaney, thanks so much for being on Nerds on the Run. You've worked in comics for like over 20 years. Can you tell us about some of the projects you've been on?
Sure. I worked on Adventures of DC Universe. That was my start at DC, so covered every one of the characters. Went on to Superman Adventures, Justice League Adventures, did some Dexter's Laboratory, Scooby-Doo, and then I went over to The Simpsons and started doing Simpsons comics, Bart Simpson comics, Futurama. Yeah, it's been a great career.
John, you worked on the first season of Smallville. Tell us what that experience was like for you.
Yeah, David Nutter, the director of the pilot episode for Smallville, I had worked with him on Dark Angel before, so he knew my work and he reached out to me, and he said, "Do you know what Smallville is?" And of course I'm a Superman fan, so I said, "Yeah, God, I do." And then so I got signed on to help design a few of the logos, but mostly do the storyboards, and I storyboarded out the entire most of the show. Dave was so great to work with. He's such an amazing director. I was very, very fortunate of that. And when they were trying to decide on the actors, it was down between Tom Welling and another dude, and the other guy was shorter, and they were kind of excited about that because he looked more like a high school student. And I said, nah, Superman would have been about 6'2", 6'3" in high school. He'd be really tall. He's Kryptonian. And I said, and this kid, I mean, that looks like Superman to me. Now, I'm not saying I had anything to do with the decision, but I sure pushed for it.
And you were on set during the first X-Men movie while they were filming it here at Hadley Castle. Like, what was that like?
One of the reasons I was super excited to go on this, excursion into the X-Men universe is to meet Patrick Stewart. Huge Star Trek fan. I love the episode, The Inner Light. The Inner Light on Star Trek: The Next Generation. It's where Picard gets a probe put on his head, and he lives an entire life of this person from another planet that has long since died. And he goes through his entire life from young man to old age, and Patrick Stewart plays it to the nines. He's just so good in it. And I thought, yes, that's what I'll mention. I'll say The Inner Light. It's a clinic on acting. It should be given to every acting student. And I was absolutely sure that was going to dazzle him like he'd never been dazzled with a compliment before. And suddenly I hear behind me, I don't think Xavier would say that. My heart starts pounding. I turn around, there he is, Patrick Stewart, dressed as Charles Xavier, walking along right towards me. Guy Diaz, the guy I'm talking to, he's the production designer, says, "Did you want to meet Sir Patrick?" I'm thinking, God, yes. The inner light, this is your chance, this is what you're gonna say. And he says, and I turn around, and he says, "Sir Patrick, this is John Delaney, Sir Patrick Stewart." And he says, "Nice to meet you, John." And I said, "Big fan." Yeah, I blew it.
Dude, this place is so cool. Imagine if we had superpowers.
Just imagine.
Superhero landing! That was awesome!
This is very impractical.
No, okay. I'd like to have firepower.
Or about ice power.
Oh, brain freeze.
It's time to get going. Let's head to the car.
I'll see you there.
Super speed.
Hey, you're here.
What took you so long?
I had to run.
So slow.
I wish I had the powers of Wolverine.
Yeah. Stink, stink, stink.
We're here at Yeti Farm Creative in beautiful Kelowna, BC, Canada.
Got our sweet Yeti costumes on, and we're gonna get a tour of the studio and meet owners Todd and Ashley Ramsey.
Let's go.
I'm here with Todd Ramsey, owner and founder of Yeti Farm Creative. Todd, thanks for being on the show.
You're welcome.
What's your origin story? How did you get started in animation?
I basically flunked out of everything in high school. The one thing I got A's in was art, and when I wrapped up high school, I just discovered animation and kind of fell in love with it. It was the time Toy Story was coming out, so I wanted to move to Vancouver because animation didn't exist in Kelowna at the time, and wanted to learn CG animation. But in order to take CG, I had to take a 2D animation program first, classical animation, and I had so much fun with that, just with the hand-drawn stuff, that I didn't want to take CG after that. So here I am today, still doing hand-drawn animation.
I know Yeti Farm has this wonderful long resume of work. Can you tell me a little bit about the different kinds of projects that you guys have produced?
We've done pretty much every style of animation you could think of. We've focused mainly in the Harmony pipeline, so 2D animation. We've produced everything from Pete the Cat to Hotel Transylvania to Max and Ruby. And we've also contributed to some CG shows as well, such as Beat Bugs for Netflix and a variety of different other little CG projects for other studios. So
You guys are responsible for Max and Ruby?
we produced one of the seasons with another studio, yes.
Ugh. I watched so much of that stupid show because of my kids.
It's pretty cute.
It's adorable.
Where are the parents?
Where are the parents? That was always my question.
So what makes like a good animated show? Like what makes animation so special?
So I think it's, for me, growing up and watching cartoons, I think it can be pushed so much further than live action. I mean, you can take an animated character that doesn't exist and push the boundaries of that character, whether it has 3 eyes or whether it's an animal that can talk. And you can make it move and bend any way that you want that doesn't really work with normal anatomy. But that's like on a scene-to-scene animated basis. But as far as story goes too, I think you can kind of write around animation and push the boundaries that way and sort of come up with a shot that would cost, you know, $10 million to produce in live action and be able to draw that same stuff.
As far as the animation process is concerned and who you guys hire as animators, do you have to be really good at drawing to be an animator these days, or has that kind of shifted with everything going digital?
Yeah, we have a pretty great blend. We hire from different programs. We have some traditionally trained artists and some technical trained artists, but generally a really good sense of anatomy and drawing is really important, just in terms of movement, and because every show is so different, having a diverse skill set is really important. But technical knowledge is also quite a heavy backbone to our pipelines because it's all software based. So
Makes sense.
yeah, it's an interesting blend of brain power.
Yeah, different than it used to be for sure.
Yeah.
Hey there, we're in Hope, British Columbia, filming location of First Blood.
This month is the 40th anniversary since they made the movie 40 years ago right here in the city.
Yeah, and they're doing a special event today. All sorts of festivities are going on.
They're gonna run over a bunch of cars with a tank.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Wicked.
Actor Stephen Chang is here.
There's Ryan Villiers is here. He does all the awesome wood sculptures of Rambo around town here.
I can't wait to get in and explore the city today. What a great day.
It's a beautiful day for it.
Hey, I'm with Peter here, and we're in Hope, BC, and he's getting ready to run over a bunch of cars with his tank. That's so insane, man. Where did you get this thing from?
So I have a mutual friend with the previous owner, and this one came out of the States, and previously, before that, came out of Australia.
Oh, okay. And how old is it?
This is a 1955 Centurion, so.
Wow. And this is your tank?
Yes.
I didn't even know you can own a tank. That's insane.
Yeah, there's some rules and regulations around it, but it's possible.
Yeah. And what do one of these things run you? How much does this cost?
So I paid a little over 100,000 for this.
Wow. That's nuts, man. And you can just drive it down Main Street?
I'm only allowed on streets when I'm getting permitted or whatever else. So events like the one here will get a permit for me to do it, and then it gets low bedded wherever it needs to be.
This is so cool. And you're actually gonna drive over the car?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Is it dangerous? Is a car gonna blow up?
It depends how I hit it. Sometimes glass sprays.
I am so psyched for this, man. I can't wait. Thank you for being a part of that. On 40th anniversary.
I'm here at Rambo with Stephen Chang, decorated actor, star in Rambo First Blood. Stephen, what's it mean to be a part of this legacy?
It's not a star, it's a VC commander.
You're a VC commander, what's huge?
Capture the star and cut stars a chest. Rambo has always been a hero, but I am the only one that out Rambo.
You did out Rambo.
Yeah.
Was it fun to torture Sylvester Stallone?
To me, yes, not everybody.
So what's it like being here 40 years later?
Every 5 years we have a celebration, you know, and this year, look at them. That's hope!
Awesome.
I'm here with Ryan Villiers here at Rambo Fest. Ryan is a famous carver. Is that fair? Can I say famous carver?
Put any title on you want.
He's responsible for a lot of the carvings around Hope, particularly the Rambo ones. That is, ties in nicely with today's festival. Tell me a little bit about what you do.
Oh, I carve wood with chainsaws for a living.
Cool.
And, it's a pretty cool adventure. Yesterday, we just unveiled the sheriff on the other end of town there.
Oh, so that's brand new.
That's brand new. That was unveiled yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
How long does it take to do something like that?
It all depends on the ambition. I think those pieces I work 5 to 6 weeks on. Some days are 2-hour days. Some days end up being 12, 15-hour days. It all depends.
Not that bad. That sounds super easy.
Yeah, it is. So, just out my back door and in my garage, so it's pretty good.
That's awesome. What got you into doing this?
I saw it on TV. There was a TV program several years ago, chainsaw carvers. I saw it, fell in love with it immediately, went out and bought a chainsaw, and the rest is history.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's an addiction, watch out.
How does it feel to be dead?
What are you doing? Stop playing around. I got a helicopter ride.
All right, let's go. Hey, I'm here with Brad from Valley Helicopters, and we're about to go up in the air, and I'm super psyched. Brad, your father actually helped with the production of First Blood 40 years ago.
Yes, I believe he brought the location scouts to Hope and to the fellow tunnels.
That is so cool. I've got one question for you. If you throw a rock at a helicopter, will somebody fall out of it and die?
Only if you throw the rock in the right place. And you might not die.
You might not. Okay, good. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on just in case.
Probably a good idea. Yeah.
Andrew, I brought my daughter along for the helicopter ride. Here we go. And we're going up.
There is a village of Hope, BC. I can just imagine John Rambo running around, causing mayhem and destruction down there.
Can we go upside down?
And there's the ravine where they filmed part of the movie.
It's so pretty up here.
Whoa! Oh man, this is so majestic. I feel like a soaring bald eagle. Oh, we're going back down now. This was amazing.
Oh, dude, that was amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy. The views, everything. It was absolutely terrifying.
I'm glad to be back on the ground though. It was a little scary.
Well, when he banked sideways, and then banked the other way sideways, and then the whole helicopter was sideways, and then your daughter suggested we should flip upside down. That was all terrifying.
It was.
Yeah, but beautiful, gorgeous. Great way to end the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful way to close out our tour to Hope and see the Rambo Festival.
Absolutely.
Nerds on the run! George and Andrew going round some awesome places, interviewing